So if I tap on tables here, it'll bring me to my table layout view. So it's split into rooms, first of all. So this is really handy if, say, for instance, if you have a dining room and an outdoor terrace, you can split them up that way. So if I tap into one of my rooms here, you'll see I have my map of tables laid out like this. Really simple here to edit. You'll see it's a pencil up in the top right. So I can tap on that. I can, move tables around, add tables, delete tables, whatever I want to do here. And then to open an order on one of these tables, really quick, if I just tap on table 6 at the top here, the system knows it's a 4-seater table, so it's going to suggest that there's 4 guests sitting there. But let's say that, for instance, there's 3 people sitting there. Then I tap on Start Order, and that'll bring me back to my order screen here. Now, this is really simple. You just tap on what you see exactly like you'd expect. So I have position 1, 2, and 3 here because I've selected that it's 3 people sitting at this table. So that just makes it really simple. I can tap on person 1 is having a burrito, person 2 is having tacos, person 3 is having a hot dog. Now you'll see there, if there's any sides, toppings, any extras like that, they'll pop up like this. Just makes it really simple for the staff. If something comes with 3 choices aside, you just tap on one of the 3 sides, simple. As we always say here, if you can work Candy Crush, you can work Talech. So yeah, so that just makes things simple for the staff. Another thing is you'll see there's a I in some of the top left corner of some of these products. So that just means there's a product description on there. So if I hold down my finger on this Billy Burger, you see the description there has a calorie count, has allergens, which I think is probably what most people use it for. So you can put whatever text you want in here, but this just makes it simple for the staff. They don't need to have an encyclopedic knowledge of everything on the menu. If someone asks them, does this contain gluten? They can hold down their finger and the information's there at their fingertips. As well as that, the position options here just makes it simple for staff. So when they're ringing up an order and when someone comes to, bring them drinks to their table, they can see there, they know who's had the margarita and who's had the espresso martini. So they know what drink to put down on front of which person. But also, since I've been tracking who's having what the whole way through, if I want to do a split bill, it makes things really simple. So I go to split payment here, split by position, and the split's already done for me. So you can see there, if staff don't have to do any calculation, if they don't have to work anything out, I've been in restaurants where people have whipped out a calculator. It just makes things easier for them. They can just say these 2 people are paying together, check out, all the calculations done for them. Just makes things quicker and removes that element of human error. So when you log on to Talech.com, it'll bring you to a page like this. This is your dashboard report. So this shows you a summary of what's going on in the business today, all on one page. So I have my sales over time today. I have my breakdown of cash versus card. I have my breakdown of order types. So if I'm doing dine-in versus takeaway. And I have my sort of top selling products, top selling categories, top tags, top employees. So especially if you're off-site, you just want to log in here, you can see exactly what's going on in the business today on one page. And this is all up to the minute reporting. So, you can see if you took an order 5 seconds ago, it's going to show up on this page. Then for more in-depth reporting, you can go to the report section here. You can see at the top here, I can view, last 7 days, last 14 days, or I can click on select date range there, and I can view a span of, a month or 3 months or 6 months at a time. And down the left-hand side here, you'll see the different types of reports. So there's a lot of information you can get out of the system here. So I can view my sales by day of the week, sales by hour of the day, top selling products, top selling categories, etc., etc. So all these reports, they'll give you a nice graph view like this, and then you can also download them as an Excel spreadsheet, which will have more in-depth numbers. Beside that as well, there's an email button. So you can email a report to yourself or to the accountant, whoever needs to see it. You can also set it up to automatically email. So this can be a big time saving. So for instance, we have a lot of customers, they need to send, certain numbers off to their accountant every week or every month. But here with Talech, you can set this up to automatically email them every week. And then you don't need to log in and pull the report. You don't need to do the calculation. You just select the relevant reports. You send them off to the accountant automatically. And that could save you, several hours a week of work and a lot of headache. As well as that, we also have an integration here with Sage or Xero. So if you're using either of these online accounting platforms, We have a free integration here. You just log in to your Sage account, to your Xero account, and it'll sync across the information there at the end of each day.